and I'm going to give you a little video today about how to stretch when you are waking up in the morning, if you need a good morning stretch, or maybe this is a nice desk reset for you. It's gentle, it's pretty slow moving, it's quick, and it's the type of sequence and movement that I put at the beginning of my classes as a slow start. So if you're not already seated, join me in a cross-legged position and go ahead and sit up tall, shrug those shoulders down, roll them back. Feel as if someone's kind of gently pressing on the top of your shoulders. Lengthen your neck, open your chest, engage your abs. And then go ahead and gently drop that right ear toward that left shoulder. Get some gentle neck movement going. Just a little static hold. Your gaze is either out at the wall or at the ceiling, or kind of where the wall meets the ceiling. If you're outdoors, it's up toward the sky. Go ahead and drop that left ear toward that left shoulder. Same thing, chest is open, you're sitting up tall. You're just letting your breaths be equal with inhale and exhale. And then go ahead and come back to neutral. Turn that head to look toward the right. It's like you're looking over that right shoulder, but your whole torso is not turning, it's just the head. Continue to breathe. Continue to let that chest open and those shoulders roll back. And then turn toward the left. One side might turn more than the other. Everybody is different. Everyone's range of motion is different. It's okay. Just notice what you notice and try to work on that. And then back to center. Let your head drop back a little. You're not leaning back. You might have your hands on your legs for some support so you don't fall backward. You can close your eyes. Drop those shoulders down again if you started to feel them creep up. And then this time, drop your chin toward your chest. You're not tucking it in, you're just letting your head drop naturally. If you want a little extra weight on the back of that head, clasp your hands and gently rest them behind you. You're not pulling on that head, your hands are just resting. And then go ahead and release that. We're going to take a little simple twist here. So left hand to right leg, maybe you're grabbing onto that knee, maybe you're grabbing onto your thigh. Right hand behind you, sit up tall, twist to the right. Take that right shoulder and kind of try to bring it back behind you. Draw those shoulders down and back, chest is proud. You're turning out of the middle of your torso. Your glutes are firmly planted on the mat. And then twist through center to the left. So right hand goes to left leg, left hand goes behind you. Either your palm is on the floor behind you, your fingers are on the floor behind you, or your fingertips. It really depends on your own body and the flexibility you have and how long your arms are. So we're twisting toward the left. And then come back to center. One more seated thing. We're going to take our right hand to the mat beside us. Not too far, not too close. You'll see, you can adjust when you get there. Left arm overhead, big side bend. Keep that chest open. We're not turning toward the floor. We're keeping it open. You can see my elbow is bent. If you want to straighten your arm, that'll give you slightly more stretch. You'll feel it, but it's not necessary to do so. You do want to keep this right shoulder from drawing up toward the ear, so draw it down. Your gaze is either up at the wall again, up at the top of the wall, or where the wall meets the ceiling, but you don't have to be looking up at the ceiling. And just breathe here. It's good to get that lateral motion going. It's not a motion that we do a lot unless we're dancers or athletes of some sort that require that motion, that movement. Go ahead and lengthen that left arm, sweep it overhead, take it to the mat beside you. It becomes your stretch side now. Right arm reaches overhead. Keep that left shoulder drawing down, your chest open. Again, option to straighten that right arm if you'd like. Feel a little bit more of a stretch, but you don't have to. And just breathe here. reach those right fingertips, arms straight, bring that to the mat beside you. Great, now let's meet in a tabletop. If you're not sure what that is, you're gonna come to your hands and knees. Your wrists are going to be right under your shoulders. Your fingers are spread, your palms down. Your legs are parallel and your knees are under your hips. So we're not going for this, we're not going for this. We're making a nice straight tabletop. Your legs should almost be at a 90-degree angle at the knees. Your hands are not too far apart. Like I said, they're under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. What I want you to do is drop your belly, drop your chest, lift your tailbones or your sit bones and your head up to the ceiling for a cow pose. Try to keep your elbows straight. We're gonna move this through this a little quicker after this round, but for right now, just drop the belly and chest. And then start to round that back up toward the ceiling, spread those shoulder blades, keep your neck comfortable. You're kind of pointing your head at the top of your head at the mat, but you're not tucking that chin again. And then if you want to match breath to movement, we're going to drop the belly, drop the chest. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale, round the back to cat pose. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat pose. Inhale to cow pose, a few more. Exhale to cat pose. Inhale. Exhale, round that back. Tuck those toes, engage those abs. Straighten those legs as much as you can. Push back to a downward dog. Feel free to pedal out. Kind of stepping those heels toward the mat. Just feel free to sway those hips a little bit. Maybe you're looking at that left hip and then looking at that right hip. And then make sure your hands are firmly planted, your toes are firmly planted. Drop those heels toward the mat. Bend the knees as much as you want to. This right here is better than this. You want straight arms, you want engaged shoulders. Your neck is not doing any work here. Your legs are getting only as much stretch as you need. So don't fight to get those legs straight if it's not natural for you. And just hold this. And then let's slowly engage those abs. Transition to a high plank. I promise this is the last thing. Walk those hands out a little bit if you need to. Separate your feet to hips width if they were closer together. Hips width will give you a little more stability. Keep those hips lifted. Keep your hands firm, pressing into the mat. You're pushing away from it. Your gaze is just right under those hands, kind of just in front of them. Hold this for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and slowly lower those knees. Take a seat. You're welcome to repeat that. You're welcome to go on into your own practice, or maybe that's just a nice little warm-up. I always find that planks and any type of core exercise is a great warm-up for any type of activity. Join me again for my next video. I'll be focusing on post-run stretches in the future for my next one, as well as a wind down at the end of the day stretch, incorporating some stretches from yin yoga and kind of really slowing down. Thank you.